Bonjour, bonjour, and welcome to Fiction After Lunch. I'm Mindy.
I'm Sam.
I wanted to speak in German. I'm very sorry about it. And yeah, welcome to our podcast.
This is the podcast where I and Mindy and me, Mindy and I read a story.
And I me and Sam, yes.
Also Mindy and Sam are also here.
Who is called I. Wow. That was the worst bit we ever did, right?
I don't think it's even top 10.
No, not at all. Yeah, in general, what are we doing in this podcast? Today is a special day. We don't have any guests, so it's only us two.
Yeah.
Long time since
it was
together.
Just the two of us.
Yeah, and now we have this awkward silence in between when there's no third person sitting here and making fun of the stories that we wrote.
I wrote.
You wrote?
I wrote a story. This is what the podcast is about, by the way. I was just about to tell you.
Yes.
So we are reading a story I wrote when I was in 7th grade. And Mindy is coughing.
I'm very sorry. I tried to cut out all of my coughs, but actually I was sick last week and I'm still coughing a little bit, so...
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
I will be disturbing today.
You're always disturbing, it's fine.
No!
The audience is used to it.
Okay.
Does everyone remember what happened last time?
I remember there was a cat killing people.
Yes.
Which was really, really nice. I loved the cat.
Yes.
And I remember that I think they went inside the house again. And just like... Oh,
who is they? So first
Trudy and her brother.
Yes,
but
Rico.
They went into the garden from the neighbor or something, and then there was a blood stain on the ground. And then they were like, "You, the cat, you killed someone or something." And last time Niona and me, we assumed that there are just a pile of mouse corpses everywhere, and the cat is just like killing mouses and having a pile of corpses there. So this was our assumption.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know what we said, what might happen next. I think we were just like, a shadow or something. Is Gordon sitting in the tree and being a stalker as he is, because he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
And we assume he's a bad guy. A bad boy.
Busy Batman.
It's a busy Batman. Oh my god.
Inside joke from last season.
Yeah. When you can figure out which episode it was, you get a virtual candy from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Virtual hug and kisses.
Oh my god. I wouldn't go so far. No. On both of your cheeks.
But only if you send us the answer.
Yeah. It wasn't like we just gave them the kisses now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But in general, Sam, how do you do?
Quite busy, actually.
Quite busy. Semester just started.
Yeah, doing a lot of stuff. I did a lot of work because Mindy didn't go to work and I had to do all the work. I had birthday. I had to work on my birthday because Mindy wasn't there. And then I was alone on my birthday because Mindy wasn't there.
It was actually... I had reasons. That's true. I was at home. It was on a Monday. I was in university first of all, went to a meeting, and then I was very concerned about my boyfriend Mac, and because he felt very, very sick and he had a high fever and everything.
Yes, but the thing is, the way you wrote to me was like, "Hey, my boyfriend has a fever and he is sick," and I was like, "It's not a child, you know. I think he can take care of himself." From the way you wrote it, it didn't seem that concerning, and I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I also didn't want to write you that he vomited during the night at 3 a.m. and we were awake for 1 hour and he had stomach pain all the time.
I mean,
I didn't want to write you this details.
Yes, I mean, that's fine, but the way you wrote it is oh, my boyfriend has a tummy ache, and I was like, oh. And I was once more glad of how single I am.
Yeah, because actually it turned out to be very
concerning after
all.
Because I was at work and I was doing Mindy's shift, and then the messages kept coming in, and Mindy was like, "Oh, we're going to the doctor," and I was like, "Oh." And then I already assumed you wouldn't celebrate my birthday with me, and I went to the library, and I met someone from the group I'm in, and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I said, "It's my birthday, and I'm alone."
Oh,
and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then he went away.
he just went
because he was also busy and he had stuff to do, but he felt so bad about it. I made him feel so bad, and it was so funny.
Oh my god. I really like that you try to, how's it called, say these to other people and just internally you're like, ha 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 ha.
Yes.
Now you feel sad for me.
Yes. I mean, come on, it was my birthday. I'm allowed to be a little bit evil. I can be
And we had
evil
so
on my
many
birthday.
plans what we wanted to do actually.
Yes, and
the
it
night
was
before we planned
also-
everything.
It was written on my birthday card you gave to me later that it something like it's a special day because we can spend it together.
I was so sad. I was all the time on my phone
Yeah.
and seeing Mac go to the doctor and everything.
Yeah.
And after we went to like the normal doctor,
Yeah, and
we asked like, yeah, what should we do? He doesn't feel so well. Does he have corona or anything? And then the doctor told us, yeah, you have two options. We can take the blood now and see how it is tomorrow. So we could go back the next day. But he was actually telling us because it could have to do something with his appendix, which could turn out actually deadly if you don't operate it. So actually after we went to the doctor, we went to the hospital.
yes, and then I get messages from the emergency room.
Yeah, we went to the emergency area and I was sitting there for 2 hours waiting for Mac because I couldn't go into the room where they take care of him, and I was reading a fan fiction.
You were
which I
reading
had
fan
on my...
fiction, you said.
Yeah, I read a fan fiction.
Yeah.
And very, very cute one, by the way. Yeah, but I will not go into detail. And yeah, I was really concerned because in this emergency waiting area or something, there were always like other emergencies coming in and out and something, and I saw some stuff that I didn't want to see. And I also went to the lady, like after 2 hours, I was like, yeah, hello, I'm the girlfriend from this boy who went here. Do we get any information?
Yeah, so you went to the reception.
Yeah, I
because
went
you
to
just
the
said, I
reception.
went to a lady.
Yeah, who was working there.
Yeah.
And it was empty where she was, so I just went there and thought like maybe she could look at something at the computer or something. But actually she was like, yeah, it's the emergency area. At some point you will know. And I was like, okay, I will go back to the waiting area.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was sitting there for 1 more hour, and then he came back and told me, they did all the kind of stuff, and he has nothing with the not nothing. He had something with his appendix. It was swollen, they said, but not deadly, so that they need to operate it.
Not deadly.
No, not deadly. So, but
not bad
still,
enough to operate, yeah.
Still concerning, so he should go to the doctor afterwards. But actually, they also found out other stuff about him. Like, I don't know how's it called. Because he's very active, he has something to do with this, what you have at the throat.
Schilddrüse. Schilddrüse.
Some other stuff. The doctor told him he should go to the doctor.
Yeah. In front of my house.
Yeah, we actually decided this in the train. I was asking Mac, how do you feel? He still had fever and everything, was feeling sick, and I was like, okay, come on, just let's go for half an hour just to Sam's place. It's on the way home. And I was very happy that you actually looked at your phone, because it was very spontaneous at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. And it was also very funny because it started to rain.
Yeah.
And actually, how's it called? A thunder was, how's it called? There was lightning and thunder.
Yeah.
And we were we didn't have clothes for this weather.
Yeah.
And not an umbrella, so we were soaked wet, kind of, and standing in front of your house and just like, hello, Sam, happy birthday to you.
It was very dramatic.
It was so dramatic. Mac was dying on the way or something, and like, it was so weird. But actually, the day afterwards, it was nice. Because we gave you your birthday present, which I didn't took with me to the emergency waiting area. I'm so sorry.
It was fun. The three of us were in bed and eating pizza and watching Ghost Files, and
which was so
fun.
relaxing because afterwards I got sick.
Yeah,
I
and
was
then
just
Mindy got sick,
coughing.
and I could work her shifts for the rest of the week also.
Yeah. All the time I was writing my chef, who's also, not my chef, my boss.
Our boss.
Our boss, who's also your boss, yes.
Yeah.
And I was writing her, yes, I don't think I can come to my working place and everything. Yeah. But she's, like, our boss is so nice. Yeah. She's really like, oh, no problem. And, how's it called? Here, I also had corona and everything, because I had corona in the end, and everything fine, I get well soon and everything. She was really like, oh, thank you, like, so nice. I was a little bit scared that she says something like, oh, we now have so much to do, you should come in and something and do stuff. But fortunately,
I was doing the stuff. I think it doesn't matter to our boss as long as someone's there.
Yeah. And also, I think she really cares about the people at some point. Like, I don't know. And also, in the week afterwards, I did home office. So you didn't needed to work my shifts anymore because I could stand up from my bed.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very thankful for you that you took over my shifts and everything. And we also said that at some point I will take over some shifts from you on Fridays. This time a friend of us, a colleague will take over.
Yeah.
Yes, so I was sick, you worked a lot, semester just started, and it was very nice. A few days ago we talked about our schedule, and I really like, we have like our normal schedule, like, I need to go to my office on this day, I need to work, and then at some point we just filled the blankets with time for each other.
Yeah.
Just like, Sam, when do you have time? Okay, this is Sam time. Yeah. And then afterwards I realized I spent more time than Sam with my boyfriend.
With Sam then.
With Sam then, yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I really, really like it. Like, we spend time on Mondays to record like a podcast episode when also Niona has time at some point. Today she was sick, so she couldn't come. Very unfortunate, but yeah, good blessings to her. And on Tuesdays we will eat lunch. On Wednesdays we will eat lunch together. And we will just work together.
Yeah, I will hang out at your workplace because you can't kick me out there.
Yeah, because you work there.
Yeah.
My original plan worked, yes. And on Thursdays we actually have like a best friend, how's it called? Best friend time slot.
Yeah.
In the afternoon, just spending time together.
Yeah, lunch and afterwards Mindy time and afterwards choir.
Yeah, because we decided you went to the choir first. I mean, sick,
you wanted to go, so I just went because you started to get scared and didn't want to go anymore. And I was like, well, yeah, come on.
Come on, don't be such a coward.
Don't be a coward. I just went there. I stood in front of everyone. People were asked about their experience. People were like, yeah, I'm quite new to this. I've only been practicing for 23 years. And I was like, oh, I don't have any experience at all. And the professor asked me, do you sing in the shower? And I was like, yeah, I do. And then he was like, are the tiles still whole? Aren't they broken yet? And I was like, no. And then he said, yes, you are at the correct place. You can start singing. Also, you are alt 1. I'm not sure how to call it in English. I'm second voice.
Yeah, I don't know how.
I don't have the high voice. I have the little lower voice, but not very, very low. Yeah.
Yeah, and after you told me how nice he is and everything, and that you can go there when you have no experience in the choir or anything.
Now you feel better.
Now I feel better, and this week I really want to go. Yeah. So yeah, maybe in the next episode we can tell you how our choir experience was. Mm-hmm. So, but Sam, we record an episode again during dinner time.
Yes.
This podcast is called Fiction After Lunch. We always have a long time after lunch.
Yeah, we are busy people. We have to work. We have university stuff to do.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out a bit. I wasn't feeling so well today. But yesterday my parents visited me and brought some soup. So I had soup for lunch, which my mom made for me to eat because she wants me to eat healthy. So on my way back from Mindy's place, I will buy some chips to get the healthy out of my sister.
Oh no! So it's more your rebellious
Yeah.
I'm
a bad girl.
child in you. You're the bad girl. It's a busy bad girl. Yeah, what did I eat? I ate at university and I ate, how's it called? Blätterteig.
Oh.
Some filled.
So it's dough, but in little leaves. Leaf
Yes.
dough?
Leaf dough? I think it sounds beautiful.
Do
so
you
let's...
want me to Google it?
I think I will. Yeah.
Go away, Firefox.
Not sponsored.
It's called puff pastry.
Puff pastry. Okay, so I ate a puff pastry filled with spinach and some cheese, which was very nice. Put some kind of yogurt sauce on it and ate it in the university, which was... You could eat it cold, which was very nice, so I didn't need it to microwave or anything, and could take it with me. And for dinner, we actually had something that Sam brought. Like, your mom actually brought, I think.
Yeah, my mom brought this for me.
Tortellini, and we ate it with some kind of tomato sauce, which was quite nice. And
not some kind of tomato sauce. It was tomato sauce.
Yeah.
Stop with the some kind. You said it like 5 times already.
Yeah, I don't know. Normally tomato sauce for me tastes... I should have put some more, how's it called, tomato puree inside?
I like it when it's sweeter. I would have put sugar in it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I also thought about it. Like, when I ate it, I was like, something is missing. But now that you mentioned sugar, maybe I should have put sugar inside.
I would have put sugar in it. I would have put garlic in it. I would have put maybe onions.
Actually, nothing of this I have, so...
Yeah.
I don't have garlic and onions, but the first thing, sugar, I have. So maybe afterwards we will just eat a spoon of sugar.
Yeah.
But actually we ate as a dessert my banana chocolate. No, yeah. Banana bread covered with chocolate.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit hard, I need to admit, because it was an end.
No, it was fine.
Piece.
I liked it.
Okay. Because I ate all of the middle pieces all the time, and they were like... They were not at the end, so for me it felt more hard. But yeah, if you liked it, I'm quite happy about it. Yeah. So, are you ready?
Yes. We talked about our lunch. We talked about what happened to us. We talked about what happened in the last episode. I think we can start. There's a bit much to narrate. I think I will narrate. It's easier for me to talk. You're still a bit...
Yeah, I can do the voices if you like.
Yeah, you can do the voices. It's fine.
So let's see. I want to see Killer Cat.
Yeah. When I woke up the next morning, I had a stabbing headache. I was a bit nauseous too. Anyway, the beeping of the alarm clock felt like hornets were stabbing me in the brain with every sound. In brackets, so not really pleasant.
I really like that she put it in brackets, like, oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know.
My brain, which is getting stabbed, doesn't feel pleasant.
And you needed to emphasize it.
Yeah. Slowly and carefully, I got up, tried to organize my thoughts a bit, and find some clean clothes. Finally, I sat at the breakfast table with...
What?
Halbwegs.
Hell, but halbwegs?
Ich hab mich vertippt. I mistyped, probably.
But I really like how it's written, like, finally I sat at the breakfast table with halbwegs, clear head, and I was like, halbwegs?
With a
sounds like a name.
With a halfway clear head and yesterday's clothes, and drank peppermint tea. You know I like peppermint tea.
Yeah.
I always order it when we go to a pub and everyone else orders beer.
Yeah, peppermint tea is like one of these, I don't know, it's a very relaxing tea.
Yeah, it's a comforting tea. It's a comfort tea.
Yeah, and you feel very fresh afterwards. Like, I don't know, and also your peppermint taste in your mouth is very refreshing. I like
and it's healthy, I think.
Yeah.
Good for the... Yeah, anyway.
But I thought you were a bad girl.
I drink it with so much sugar.
Ah, okay. I don't drink it with any sugar, so there comes the rebellious bad girl.
Yeah. Spring rain knocked quietly on the windows, and the large wall clock in the next room ticked with a quiet uniformity that only clocks have.
Oh, I like this sentence. Did you rewrite it in some way?
I did not.
Okay.
I can show you the handwritten original.
Yeah, I like this chapter already.
The almost idyllic atmosphere was soon disturbed by my brother, who came trampling down the stairs, grunted something in my direction, which could be understood with a lot of imagination as a
Good morning.
and then filled an extra large bowl with cereal and milk from the fridge.
Well, also badly slept?
I asked. Did you sleep badly just as me?
Yeah.
Is what it's supposed to mean. Well, also badly slept.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Do you still like the sentences?
I like the description sentences until now, not exactly the dialogue.
I was so much better at describing shit when I was small. Now I can only write dialogue.
It's very weird to see.
The decline in vocabulary as I grow older.
Yeah, but you put all of the vocabulary into all of your dialogue and everything now. So I don't
think
know.
So? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Or more of the feeling and interpersonal interactions.
I think I used to write more serious. Now when I write, I write more
passive aggressive sentences.
the people on AO3 always say in the comments that I write crack, which means which means it's humorous and out of character, you know?
Out of character.
Yeah, it's a bit insane the way the characters and the plot happens.
Yeah, when I think back to the first season, how we continued it, I definitely think so.
Yes, I'm a crack writer. Okay.
Yeah, I think we both find this. Like,
you're more into the horror genre. I'm more into insane stuff. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And when we combine both of it,
it's funny.
It's very funny and bloody, yes.
He nodded tiredly before emptying his bowl in record time. I was just watching. In the morning, I couldn't eat anything. Never.
Is it you eat breakfast sometimes, right? Or ever?
I got used to eating breakfast in the past few years because it's better for you and you don't feel so tired.
Yeah.
But when I was in school, I had very bad anxiety and I always felt very sick before going to school, and I was very scared of going to school, and I was feeling so unwell and scared that I couldn't eat before school. Yeah.
So that's the reason.
Yes.
But then now in university you got used to eating breakfast.
Yes, and I'm not as anxious anymore.
Okay.
And although I went through a hard time, as you know, and you've seen me, and it probably also trickles through in the podcast.
Yeah, we never talk about the stuff, right?
Yeah.
We never say this.
Yeah.
I mean, listen to the last episode.
Yeah. I think it was the last episode where I was like, I'm drunk because I'm heartbroken.
Yes, we said it, I think, 3 times. So, and Niona and I was like, okay.
I'm more open about it.
I really like that you're open about your feelings, which is a good thing in general.
I'm not so sure about this.
It's better than just, I don't know, playing a role of being a happy girl or something when you don't feel happy.
But it's also like, fake it until you make it, you know?
No, I don't think so.
I think as soon as I start talking about how badly I'm feeling, I'm more confronted with it, and I quickly start to spiral. I work a lot better if I don't confront myself with certain feelings. I mean, sure, there are things you should talk about, but sometimes there are just things that you cannot change, like the current political climate, which we won't talk about.
Oh, yeah.
But there are things you can't change, and if you think about it too much, you'll just get worse, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, that's true. It's always like the things that you cannot change, it's something you just need to accept it, or you need to like try ways to change it in your own way.
Yeah.
As far as your reach can go and everything. But yeah, as you said, it's always a good thing to focus on the things that you can change in your current
state.
Current state. Because when you just focus on the stuff that you cannot change, it's more like you lose control of your life. You have the feeling like you don't have control over anything.
Yeah.
And then you just spiral into this kind of despair. Oh no, I cannot change anything. The world is bad. Everyone is bad. And then you...
No one likes me. I will die alone.
And it's just your mind lying to you all the time. And you spiral down. And when there's like no stop in between, you just continue spiraling.
Yeah.
And then it's a good thing when you just say, no, stop.
And I mean, maybe it's not even my mind lying to me, but sometimes my mind is right. And as a very paranoid person, it's like the worst thing that can happen is being right about something you're scared about. And
when you say something like, oh, no one likes me, there's already a big lie because I like you and I know a lot of people who like you.
No, yeah.
But
I mean,
it's your mind kind of overreacting.
Now I'm spiraling again. And I was, listen, I was like, this person will not write me back. And I was like, oh, my mind is, surely this person likes me and this person will write back to me at some point. And this doesn't happen. It's not happening. And it won't happen.
Yeah, but this is again a thing that you cannot change.
It's a thing I cannot change. And it's a thing I should accept.
Yes.
And it's still a sad thing. And when I confront myself with it, I get sad about it again. Which means I should just forget about it. Or shouldn't I?
It's more like for the time being right now when you cannot, like, when you're still heartbroken, it's better just to, how's it called? As you say, ignore it.
Yeah.
Or, how's it called? To let your feelings settle until you feel good enough to, at some point in the future, to think about these feelings again. It's more like when a person experiences a bad
feeling, thinking about my feelings ever again.
No, it's how people treat their trauma.
I have to accept that I will die alone, maybe next to Mindy, if she's okay with it.
Lying in the bed next to me, coughing up or something. No, I don't think so.
And it's a thing I can...
This is the thing that you can make happen, right? Oh no, I don't want this to happen. No, oh my god, how did we get here?
Yeah, you see me, I'm spiraling and I'm starting to argue. If no one likes me in a romantic way, that's what I'm saying, right? Mindy doesn't like me in a romantic way. We are bestest friends, soulmates, and colleagues. Colleagues first of all.
Yes. Best friends second.
Soulmates third. And then but no one likes me in a romantic way, and that's okay. Some people are just not liked. Some people are just friends to other people. And some people will just stay alone. Not everyone will ever find something. And that's like a sad thing. You start to realize when you're like me and you grow up, when you see all those movies in which always have a happy ending, and when you always write yourself happy endings because you want everyone to be happy in the end. Maybe you won't be. Maybe it doesn't happen.
I actually don't think so, because in my own experience, until I was 19, I also had the same thing. I never, until I was 19, I was always of the assumption I will never get a boyfriend or anyone, and I actually didn't want it to. I was like, yeah, I hate all people and no one will like me as I am. And I had really low self-esteem.
Oh my god, I also hate everyone.
Yeah, but it's only, I don't know, until I met people who kind of helped me to get out of all of my...
Misery,
kind of. It's not not misery, but I had really low self-esteem and I always also spiraled down. And when something bad happened, it really, even if it was something really small, someone just saying one bad thing about me, and I was like, oh my god, I'm the worst person ever, because I spiraled down so far, so badly because of one criticism, so I couldn't handle criticism in any way.
Yeah.
So I was always trying to do everything perfect so that no one could criticize me, and when anyone criticized me, I was really down. I was so sad.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's at some point you just need to realize that you have value and other people don't define you. you have value, you are loved. It's only that at some point, because of your experiences and low self-esteem, that you are not responsible for.
But every time the same thing happens to me, I'm never liked back by anyone in a romantic way. And every time it gets harder to find some kind of trust or some kind of feeling that I could be not alone anymore, you know?
It's more like, It's more like I'm a little bit scared that at some point you will project all of these feelings of rejection onto a person who will love you in a romantic way in the future, and that you will get very dependent on this person. Because when you experience this feeling of, oh, there's someone who loves me, and then at some point you get together with this person, and because now your feelings are so strong that at some point you can get really dependent on these feelings, and that you could maybe go into a toxic relationship. I'm really a little bit scared about it, because this is at some point something, oh yeah, there's someone who loves me, it gives me self-esteem from outside and not from your inside. And then you get really dependent and don't go anymore when something bad happens with this guy or anything. So I don't know, I'm a little bit scared. I think it's always a good way, like, to have friends and everyone around you first. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, and you just need to build your own self-esteem first. I think the main priority is that you love yourself and not other people.
Well, I don't, right?
I love you as a best friend and a colleague and soulmate and what else? As a podcaster, roommate, co-host. There are so many things.
Yeah,
and
it's just a shitty situation, and every time the same thing happens, it just gets worse. And as you said, if someone would ever like me, which I don't think will happen.
We don't talk about the future because we don't know what happens.
Yeah, I think I might get dependent, but on the other hand, again, I listen to so many true crime podcasts. I think I would see the red flags.
Yeah, but there's always this kind of, how's it called? Lovey-dovey, pink glasses phase. And I saw some people, like, during my school days, which really had this pink glasses and everything, and they were in toxic relationships, but it's after this 6 months or 1 year they got out of it, fortunately, but yeah.
I mean, if I ever had someone or something...
Something.
Maybe it's just Norbert.
Oh, Norbert! Oh yeah, by the way, oh yeah, let's ship Sam with Norbert now. I think he's very charming.
No. I mean, you would tell me if something bad was happening, and I think I would trust you enough to listen to you.
I hope so. I will try my best in every way possible to tell you when there's something weird with another person.
Let's go back to the story.
Yeah. But yeah, sorry for this tangent where we just... we are a very positive podcast, you know? Yeah. But I think maybe there are listeners who can relate to this. No!
I mean, right now you are listening to a podcast and not spending time with a loved one, so perhaps you needed to listen to this. Maybe you needed to hear this.
Yeah. Maybe someone can relate and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone is as lonely as me, please call me. Write to me on Instagram.
Yeah, we also have an email, fictionafterlunch@gmail.com, if you want to write Sam some love letters. And yeah, let's continue.
Okay. Yeah. When he was done, he put his bowl in the sink, and we got our backpacks and put on our jackets and shoes. Like every morning, I inserted the front key. Rico didn't need one. We always got home together and opened the door. There lay Sebastian in a pool of blood right on our doorstep. His throat was cut and his body was strangely twisted, as if all his bones had been broken.
Actually... Oh my god. Actually, what confused me was the way how you read it. It was more like, oh yeah, there was Sebastian in a pool of blood right on our doorstep. Everything is normal every day.
That's
I was
what
like,
I said, just not in an Italian accent.
yeah, and I was like, who was Sebastian again, by the way?
Sebastian was the cat.
Not the cat. Now that I thought about it, I like the killer cat. Oh
Yeah.
no, not Sebastian. In a pool of blood. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
In my head, I now have a real, like, this, do you know this kind of small children pools? Where,
yes.
where you normally, like, for children in summer, a pool filled with water and you can just go in your garden and everything. Now I imagine Sebastian lying in a pool filled with blood right on our doorstep. His throat was cut and his body was strangely twisted. Yeah, I assume this is a normal morning.
When I was in 7th grade, I had a best friend who really, really hated cats.
Oh.
And she wanted me to write this.
Oh, okay. I think she really hates cats. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, the cat is just like a pile. It's not even, like, cutely, bloodily put there.
Excuse me?
Inner psychopath Mindy comes out.
Yeah.
Mindy!
Mindy who also doesn't like cats.
I love cats, therefore I
Mindy
was
just likes blood.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Happy Lucky Podcast.
Oh my god.
His fur was streaked with blood. I screamed. I had probably fainted because the next time I opened my eyes after my screaming attack, I only saw the living room ceiling. Okay, so I was lying on the sofa. Headaches and nausea had finally disappeared.
I thought, okay, I don't know. When I see a dead cat on my doorstep and I had before a headache and nausea, I think afterwards, after I fainted, I would feel bad. More bad than before.
Well, 7th grade Sam wasn't a doctor.
So just like, oh yeah, she just slept for a while. She was just a little bit sleepy and just needed to rest a bit after fainted and maybe falling to the ground, hitting her head. Maybe that helps. Oh, you're finally awake. I just wanted to call the ambulance. Why didn't you call the ambulance immediately when I collapsed?
Good question. Rico shrugged his shoulders and looked embarrassed to the side. Then came the memory of Sebastian again. I moaned and sat up. Rico sat next to me.
I called school. We are excused for today. And Sebastian was murdered, wasn't he? Call it what you want. But it certainly was an accident. What did you do with the cat now? I buried her in the garden. That's where she always sat. Poor Sebastian!
I sobbed and held back the tears.
How can you be so cruel? Hey, he's in a better place now. There's fish for breakfast, lunch and dinner and snacks. In addition, there's a giant ball of wool with which he and his friends can play. Oh, it's so sweet.
Rico put an arm around me and smiled. In the same way, when I was little, he always comforted me when I saw a dead animal.
How many dead animals did you saw? Oh my.
I saw a lot of dead animals when I was young.
Oh, because you had chickens also.
Yes.
Yes, dead chickens.
Dead chickens. They always died of natural causes. We never ate them, is something I like to mention. But I did see a lot of dead animals when I was little. I mean, dead mice, dead birds, dead cats.
So you knew how dead cats look like.
Yeah.
Twisted.
I stroked the bandage on my hand. The scratch marks and the bite were the only thing I had left of Sebastian.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird that she is feeling so sorry about the cat who attacked her a day before and she was really bleeding.
Yeah.
Which was interesting.
Yeah.
So this is the end of chapter. No. Poor Sebastian. I feel really sad a little bit.
Happy Halloween!
Yeah, this was I got a little bit of goosebumps actually when I read this, like, oh yeah, pool of blood, body strangely twisted. I have it so visually in my mind. It's a little bit...
Yeah.
Oh, poor cat.
We have to put a warning in front of this.
For dead animals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, yesterday we saw a cat, which was very, very cute.
Yeah.
Alive! Good that we need to mention this every time when we see something. Oh, it was alive.
You saying that it was cute isn't enough. This doesn't have to imply that it was alive. Based on experience from past episodes.
Oh my god. Yeah, blood can be cute, but not all the time.
Not on animals.
Not on animals. Don't hurt animals.
Yeah.
Don't hurt anyone, by the way. I just wanted to mention this. I was like, yeah, what could we say is okay to hurt, but no, don't hurt anyone. Especially not animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I don't have any idea, like, so we know that there was Gordon.
Yeah.
Watching them, stalking them, which was what we assumed, sitting on the tree.
Yeah.
And Gordon saw that the cat attacked Trudy, and because he's so protective of her and he loves her so excessively. Excessively.
Good word, good vocabulary.
Yes.
Well done, Mindy.
After 35 episodes, finally, she's like, yeah, your English improved.
We have more episodes than that, I think.
Might
Do
be.
we not?
I don't know. Or 40. Might be. And, yeah, what did I wanted to say? Excessively, I think Gordon kills the cat with a shovel.
Okay.
And he wanted to present the cat, as a cat would do with a bird, to Trudy as a present.
Yeah, so she would love him.
Maybe there was a letter which we didn't saw. Maybe there was something written on the cat in blood or anything, like, oh yeah, happy birthday, Trudy, or yeah, I love you, Trudy.
Happy birthday!
I don't know! Maybe it was a birthday, anything.
Yeah.
Or just in general, yeah, I love you in blood written.
Perhaps, I don't remember.
So, what do you think will happen next?
I'm not sure if I know, but I don't feel like it.
Okay, so I'm just like, nope, I will not talk anymore. I just think it was Gordon. And what do you think will happen next time? Gordon.
She finds out that it was Gordon. She finds the letter he wrote.
She finds the letter that he wrote, and actually because she likes bad boys, she's like, oh, that's so sweet of him. And then she takes the cat, shovels her out of the ground again, because Rico buried her. Yeah. And made it very beautiful with all of the stuff around. And she's like, yeah, I don't care. I will get the cat out again, put it in my bedroom, hang it on the wall, and look at it every time. Put it in a shoebox.
Memory box.
Yeah, I think that will happen.
Yeah.
I have nothing else to say to this.
The next point on our list is an animation update. The update for that one is I made another animation, but it's not for podcast things.
It's so cute!
It's so cute!
It's so cute! You showed it to me yesterday.
We cannot show it on the podcast because it will dox us.
Yeah, it's more like for the events that you're planning.
Yeah.
You made this kind of this animation in secret with another guy. Like, I think he...
No, we didn't make it together.
But you talked with him about it.
No, not really. I showed him after I was done.
Oh, okay.
Actually, Mindy and I and another friend went to a party.
Oh, that's so true!
Which was a lot of fun. And when we got home at 2 a.m, I was drunk and a bit drunk.
A bit drunk and more drunk and yes, drunk.
I could not sleep, so I started animating this thing. And when I was done, I was like, hey, listen, I have an idea about the project we are supposed to make together. Because I wanted him to voice his character, because I drew the both of us, and we were having a conversation about a thing, which is important for the thing we are doing. And
everyone knows what we are talking about.
Yeah. You know what I mean, right? And I wrote him at 4:05 in the morning,
yes.
And I was like, okay, well, he will reply to me in the morning, and then he replied to me at 4:06.
Instantly.
Yeah. And yeah, the next day I sent the whole video to him and he liked it. I think people like when they get drawn.
I really think so.
Yeah.
And then you will, on Wednesday, you will show it your group, which you're working together. And
Which
it's more
is
like...
just a third guy.
Okay.
It's a group of 3.
Okay, I thought it was
I'm not-
more, but I think they
I'm not
will be
sure
happy.
if we'll show it in the plenum. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But actually, it's so weird that, like, we talked about it the last time, I think, in the episode, when we also were awake at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and just instantly wrote each other, like, why are you awake and something. And I don't know, 4 a.m. is such a weird time.
I mean, it's just the time students are still awake at. Because,
But for me it was, I fell asleep at 11, and then I woke, like, normally.
Yeah.
And then I woke up at 4 a.m. at time, sometimes. So, but never at 2 a.m. or something, or at 5 a.m., but always at 4:30 or something like this. It's very weird.
No, I wake up at different times.
Okay.
I actually rarely sleep ever.
You don't sleep at all.
I don't sleep as much as I should, which is also...
But you took a nap.
Yeah, I did take a nap, like 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, how was the party?
Party was nice. We were at the colleagues' party. We are 4 colleagues in our workplace.
Yeah.
And one of them had birthday and birthdayed together with a friend.
Yeah.
So we went there by bus.
It was an adventure, kind of. We took this bus. Like, first of all, it was more outside of our town.
Yeah.
And the party starts at 8, which was, for me, quite late. I was like, why don't they start at 6 or something? Then we can go earlier and go back to sleep.
My other friend who really likes dancing, and I just took her with me to the party, was like, yeah, usually you go there later.
Oh.
But, I mean, we weren't the first persons to arrive, so I think it was fine.
Yeah. It
Also
was
because
really
we
cute.
didn't find the place.
Yeah, we were standing in front of the house and we were like, oh yeah, where are 7? Where are 7? And then there was a house with a big 7, and we needed to go into the yard, backyard? How can you say? In a garden or something. And then there were several door options, front door options.
Yeah.
And we went to...
Backdoor options, basically.
Backdoor option. I felt so suspicious there. And we went to every door and we tried to find the name, which was written in, like, as a birthday name, where we should bell. Ring the bell, and
where we should bell.
Where we should bark as a dog now. Yeah. And we didn't found it, and actually in the end we found out that
You misread the plate.
No, I did not misread it. It was not visible enough. It was...
it's the door's fault.
No, it was actually, like, written... How's it called? With...
Pencil?
With like a pencil or something, and it was very washed out and something, and you couldn't really read it. So, not my fault! I was not drunk yet.
Of course.
Yeah, and the party itself was very nice. They had, like, when we went inside, it was really cute because there were people sitting on the ground in the kitchen and reading books.
Yeah.
Which was very, like, I never saw this at a party, and I was like, I feel at home here now. And
for me, it was only like the second party I ever went to in my student life. So just a week before, I went to another party with the same friend you met there, and it was a different. No, it was a different kind of party. More smoking, more.
Yeah, this is what I
games,
expected actually, because normally they have like drinking games or anything, and it feels a little bit more forced. So I actually really enjoyed this party because it was very relaxed.
Casual.
Yeah, the persons were very casual. There was only one guy who was a little bit drunk and weird and uncomfortably close. I like to be uncomfortably close with Sam, but not uncomfortably close with this guy.
Yeah.
Who was really drunk and actually kind of boring, I need to admit.
Yeah, he was a bit boring.
Yeah, but I really liked that we wrote with this other guy that your friend, like, gave her number with?
She went to a third party without us.
Yeah.
Where she met a guy. And Mindy was texting him. And
at the party. I was trying to play her role, you can say.
Yeah.
And
Mindy was trying to get a date.
Yeah, but he was... No, not actually. He was... Yeah, he was boring. I was always trying to be exciting and I don't know, trying
Mindy
to
was
get
using
something
so
out of
many
him.
emojis, and
He was,
I think the guy just really wanted to meet and party together and not write.
yeah, I think he
sounded
wanted to
like.
do different stuff with her.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, he's falling in love with Mindy, said.
Ah, no! Hopefully not! I don't ever want to write him again. I was like, every time when he wrote back, I was like, what should I write? This is so...
It was so funny. It
was funny.
I was super drunk, but which made it more funny to me than it would have probably.
Yeah. But I really liked the concept at the party where you could write into a book. They had this birthday book go around with some kind of questions. What is your affinity with spring or anything? Or what is the color of your favorite shape? Which was like the weirdest question because I didn't know what to say. And, but yeah, it was really cute. And then everyone could write inside and write some sentences. Yeah, I really like this idea. And there was like this party room where in the beginning we just sat down on the floor and it was actually this dancing room.
Yes, there was loud music playing and they expected us to dance, but I don't dance. I just sat on the floor.
Yeah, and then me
drank.
and your friend also sat down on the floor, and then everyone else who came to this room also sat down on the floor because we gave like this bad example of not partying. No pressure. And then we had this like circle of people just sitting on the floor, and then we kind of introduced ourselves.
Yeah, we had an introduction group.
Yeah, it was so weird, but so cute.
And the two of you talked about anime and
That's so true.
Japanese stuff. And I felt left out again.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And she also liked K-pop.
Yeah.
And she's the first person who actually knows, as I figured out, he's called Taemin. But I don't like this name, so I just continue calling him Taemin. And
oh my god, this hurts.
What?
I don't know. You showed me a video of him dancing because you love him so much and you want to marry him. And I saw the name and I didn't even have to look it up. It's clear that it's called Taemin.
But I like Taemin more, to say it. You used Mindy since 4 years.
Since 4 years, and it's your name now, so
it's my name now. And no one, even my boyfriend, don't use my real name. He's always using some kind of something.
Yeah, something
not so original.
Very annoying. Yeah.
What? No. And like Japanese people call me Mandi-san, and no one says Mindy. Like and then Mindy and everything. And I think I like you. I don't like my original name. I like Mindy and Mandi-san more. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I will just use the name which I like. And you also don't use your original name, so
yeah, I know. Birth name. I don't.
Your
use
birth name.
Yeah, it's so. I get so angry when people call me by my birth name.
Yeah, and it's more like I think you can. Yeah, if you have a name which you like, and maybe Taemin, maybe he likes my version more.
Yeah.
When I go up to him on stage.
And you
just
get married, and you propose, and then you kiss, and then you hold hands.
Yeah, and I'm like, and he was like, no, this is not my name, but now it is.
Yeah.
Now it is, and I'm Mindy for now. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So many tangents today.
Yeah, I mean, it's our Halloween episode. I hope you're having a nice Halloween.
So this is more our Halloween special here.
Yeah, which is just the two of us, and we don't have special guests, and Sam is getting therapy, and
I'm so sorry. I think it's more, I don't know, I like to talk about this kind of stuff, so I'm very sorry about it.
Yeah, and then I start to spiral as soon as you start talking about it, and I want to argue that I will die alone, and then you annoy me, and we argue.
And then we don't see each other for a week or something, like, I don't want to see you.
We see each other tomorrow, we eat lunch together, by the way.
Yeah, we see each other every day.
Yeah, according to our new plan.
According to our schedule.
Yeah.
I wonder how it will be like now that we see each other so much. We are like, best friend, I see you too often.
No, you're not my colleague anymore. No, we're just best friends.
No, we're just best friends.
Yeah.
And colleagues. Yeah. So,
if you want to hear more about us and write me your applications to be my girlfriend, boyfriend, or significant other, You can write to us on Instagram. We also have pictures of our food there and drawings and little excerpts from our podcast.
Yeah, we are very active on Instagram from all of our social media.
Yes, Fiction After Lunch over there. We are on Tumblr, Fiction After Lunch. I reblog some stuff I want Mindy to see over there.
I didn't went on Tumblr, I think, for 6 months.
Octopus-related stuff, some physics stuff. Yeah.
Oh my.
I find it very funny.
At some point, we need to make a reaction video of all of the stuff that you put there. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. We're on YouTube, we are Fiction After Lunch. Please have a look at our animations. We have some very talented voice actors. We have some very great artists who helped with the animation. The script writing is very well done, if I do say so myself.
Everything done by Sam.
Yeah, the editing
exclusive.
is great.
Yeah, and I actually started to do thumbnails. So if you see some thumbnails which are a little bit designed and cute.
A little bit designed and cute. Okay, listen. Mindy does amazing art for thumbnails, for old episodes we are uploading to YouTube. Even if you already listen to our episodes somewhere else on your favorite podcast app, you can also have a look at the art on YouTube. It's very nice to look at. And also we have some gaming videos which are currently uploading.
Yeah, it's really nice. We recorded Doki Doki Literature Club last year.
At the same time.
And now the episodes come out. Oh, did we explain who Norbert was, by the way?
We did not. It's a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now our significant other.
Yes. So we're on Twitter, Fiction and Lunch.
Oh my god. And Lunch.
Also, if you want to support our shenanigans, you can find us on Patreon and Ko-fi.
Yeah, Fiction After Lunch there. And
please rate and review wherever you can. Other podcasts always say this. It probably helps.
It probably helps.
So here you got some homework to do if you want to help us. If you cannot give any money, it always helps to give a rating and a review. It doesn't cost anything. Just a few brain cells to write a few nice words.
Oh my god, it sounds so passive-aggressively if you say this. Yeah, if you have some brain cells, please rate and review. If you don't have money and you don't have brain cells. Like, wow.
Okay, listen, I don't have money, but I have at least 2 brain cells and I use all of them to write to my favorite podcasts and you can do the same.
Okay, normally Meg insults our listeners, but today Sam takes over this position, so I will try to be a little bit nice. So thank you for listening, and it was very nice that you listened to the end of this episode and didn't click away until now.
I was confronted with my feelings and now I'm mad.
And I think Sam will punch me afterwards, and oh my god! I need to run! So, 3, 2, 1, bye!